on a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. And up ahead in the distance, saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. I had to stop for the night. Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Plenty of room at the Hotel California. Any time of year, you can find it here. Hello everybody, welcome to this week's edition of Video Notes for Mr. Flugum's Gen Chem class. That's right, we're talking general chemistry. And these notes, you guys, will go on page number 16 in your chemistry notebook. Excuse me. Well, let's go ahead and get started. We're talking about different types of solutions, and believe it or not, there's more types than you think. So let's just start with a real textbook definition of a solution. Basically, it's a homogeneous mixture. So you have two compounds or elements together, okay, and the solute is basically spread evenly throughout the whole thing, throughout the solvent. So you have the same concentration throughout. And keep this in mind, right? The solute is the least amount of stuff. It's the stuff that's dissolved in it, right? Okay, less stuff. The solvent is the stuff you have the most of. All right? So there's our definitions to work with, and we'll kind of go through these different types of solutions quickly. Here we go. So when we're talking about these solutions, I want you to notice this, that the solute, right, comes first and the solvent comes second. All right, so this is kind of the solution that we're used to working with. It's also the solution that you've made in class, okay, where we have a liquid solvent like water, and we have a solute that we dissolve in it like salt or sugar. So there's solid liquid. So remember, the solute comes first, solvent comes second. All right, here's a funky one. We got liquid solid, right? Liquid solute, solid solvent. So this would be like some kind of gel, right? Such as Jello, as you can see here. Okay, where we have kind of a protein solid solvent, right? That the liquid is distributed evenly throughout. Okay, so liquid solid would be another type. Next type would be something that you're quite familiar with. For example, soda, right? Or carbonated water. This is a gas liquid solution, right, where CO2 gas, right, is dissolved in the liquid water. That's what makes the bubbles in your soda. All right, so here we have an example of a gas solid solution, right? You might think, how can a solution be solid and have a gas in it? Well, here's how it is. We have a palladium solvent. That is the gray atoms here, the palladium. And we have a hydrogen solute. So what happens is those hydrogen atoms are so small, they're able to insert themselves in between the spaces in the palladium metal. So it's kind of a nice way to safely store hydrogen, which is a combustible gas. Next type of solution we have is this, solid-solid, right? So solid solute, solid solvent. So they're both solids. Examples of this are metal alloys. That's when you mix two different metals together in order to enhance their properties or to get the properties that you want. So one would be this. This right here is brass, okay, where you mix copper and zinc together. Another example would be this, would be steel, where you have carbon mixed with iron. All right, here's another one, liquid-liquid, right? This is where you have two liquids mixed together. You've worked with this in class. Remember when you did the experiment with Mr. Freetag and the propanol? So here's an example here, isopropyl alcohol, that is 70% alcohol. And it is 30% water. So which one is the solvent and which is the solute? Well, if you answered that the solvent is isopropyl, right, and the solute is water, that's correct. But again, liquid, liquid, right? All right, here's our last solution that we'll talk about. It's called a gas-gas solution, right, where we have gas solute, gas solvent, and the example we have is air. Remember when you talked with Mr. Freetag a couple weeks ago about what air is made up of, right? It's mostly nitrogen, quite a bit of oxygen, and a few other gases that make up a small percentage. Now, because you have a mixture of gases and they're evenly distributed, that concentrations throughout the air around us, that makes it a solution. Well, thanks for tuning in, you guys. This is important information. I'll tell you this, just don't let the secret out too much. This info is on the test that we'll be taking here soon. So, thanks for tuning in. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in class on Thursday or Friday. Bye-bye.